Joe Brandon's son's a fuck up. If that was illegal, my parents would have a life sentence. Yeah, exactly. Also, ironic because like if having a fail son is illegal, literally everyone in Congress is going to jail because the richer you are, the higher the likelihood that you're going to have a fail son. And all of these fucking corrupt dipshits have fail sons and fail daughters. Like literally. And now they're finally doing it. Thank God. Okay, thank God.
The speaker now. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy.
You know, in the months that we were gone and the weeks, House Republicans have uncovered serious and credible allegations into President Biden's conduct. Taken together, these allegations paint a picture of a culture of corruption. Now, here's what we know so far. Through our investigations, we have found that President Biden did lie to the American people about his own knowledge of his family's foreign business dealings.
Wait, what? Like, are they gonna take him down on a technicality? I thought there was gonna be something better here. You know what I mean? I thought that they had something better going on. Like, what are they saying? Like that like Brandon. I love that they were like, Brandon actually 100% worked with Brandon Jr., Hunter Brandon, and was like getting kickbacks. And then when they were like, okay, maybe he didn't do that, there's not enough money. I mean, there is no money trail for this. Now they're just saying like, oh, well, he said he didn't know anything about his son's involvement with Burisma. And it's like, I don't get it. Like, yeah, his son worked for a Ukrainian company, and that's what they're trying to hit him on. It's just fucking weak nuts, dude.
Eyewitnesses have testified that the president joined on multiple phone calls.
That's what they're impeaching him on? Dude, that's so stupid. Aw. I thought there was some better shit, dude. God damn it. This is a little bit of a bummer, I'm not going to lie. This is a bit of a bummer. I thought that there was something a little bit better out here that could, like, genuinely create content, you know, some mystery, some intrigue, you know, and none of that is happening, and I don't like it. I don't like that at all. That, like, Hunter Biden called his fucking dad to, like, prove to the Burisma people that he actually has clout like that with the American government when Joe Brandon was the vice president and had no fucking clue what was going on. Like, and Hunter's like, everybody shut up. I'm calling my dad. I'll prove to you. Shh, don't say anything. Here, it's on speakerphone. Like, that's what they're hitting him with. To make matters worse, this was also, I think, happening like while Beau Biden, the non-fail son who died, had cancer. Which I feel like if you're the vice president or any other human being on the planet, you're probably picking up your phone calls from your son because one of them is dying. You know what I mean?
And had multiple interactions. Dinners resulted in cars and millions of dollars into his sons and his son's business partners. We know that bank records show that nearly $20 million in payments were directed to the Biden family members and associates.
Oh, okay, I get it. They're saying, here's the counter to this, okay? If I'm a Democratic Party operative, here's what I'm saying. It seems like the modern-day Republican Party, which is historically accurate as well. Like, the Republican Party has never cared about the American workers or even American businesses. Let's be real. But modern-day Republican Party seemingly cares more about businesses overseas than they do about businesses in the United States of America. And the fact that they're using government resources in this callous, careless way is expected and yet still frustrating. Are we prosecuting the president? Or are we prosecuting on behalf of Hunter Biden possibly offering a bad deal to foreign nationals and companies run by foreign nationals? It's like, is the Republican Party in the pocket of Burisma and they are upset that Hunter Biden never actually had the genuine clout and influence over the American government or his father that he claimed he had when he was getting a job? Are you the Better Business Bureau for Ukraine? Why do you care? Yeah, he fucking conned them. He conned the Ukrainian company Burisma into thinking that he had a lot more access than he actually did. He conned some other Chinese emissaries as well into believing that he had a lot more access than he did. Impeachment for having an immoral son, not even illegal. Yeah, it's like, what are we doing? Are we expecting a return on the investment for Burisma? Is that what it is? It's like, well, Burisma invested millions of dollars into this guy, and he never actually ended up giving them anything. Okay. So what's the situation here? It's like, it's patriotic what Hunter Biden did. Okay, what Hunter Biden did is patriotic. Fucking over foreign oligarchs is a tried and true American tradition. Okay? Scamming the rest of the planet is what we do. We're Americans, goddammit. What's next? Are you going to prosecute Hunter Biden for owning a weapon, exercising his Second Amendment rights? What's next? Are you going to prosecute Hunter Biden for tax evasion? All tax is theft, I say. Taxation without representation should be illegal, and this goddamn government does not represent me, Hank Pecker, because they're teaching our children homosexual Marxism in schools. I ain't paying no goddamn taxes. And now, these gosh darn Republicans have dropped their principles on a dime. Talking about prosecuting an American citizen for exercising his Second Amendment rights, to protect the first, by the way, scamming foreign nationals, okay, out of their hard-earned dollars, and doing tax evasion. These are three of the things that I love doing as a gosh darn patriot. Remember when conservatives played a phone call of Joe Biden calling Hunter and being like, I want you to get better, son. I love you so much. Please get help, as a bad thing to do? Yeah.
Shale companies. The Treasury Department alone has more than 150 transactions involving the Biden family and other business associates.
This is pretty funny because, no, it's not the Biden family. It's Hunter Biden. But Hunter Biden technically is a part of the Biden family. So they're doing this nifty little trick here to make it seem like it's the entire family that is like doing criminal misconduct, which unfortunately, due to no regulation in the United States of America for this kind of thing, nepotism and trading in your last name in this regard is like totally legal. Unfortunately, okay. They don't have any evidence, so they're just kind of doing the same thing that Tucker Carlson did the other day. Remember Tucker Carlson had Larry Sinclair on in that iconic interview that we watched when I was in Mexico. There was a point in that interview where Tucker Carlson played a trick, a rhetorical trick. He said, Larry Sinclair was endlessly persecuted for telling the truth, even though he took a lie detector test. And then he just kind of left it there because while lie detector tests are inadmissible in court and they're dog shit, he failed the lie detector test. But Tucker Carlson did not mention that he failed the lie detector test, simply that he took a lie detector test. He did that because he knows no one is going to fucking question it. No one's going to be like, wait a minute, he took a lie detector test? Let me take a look at what's going on there. Okay? So that's basically what the Republicans are doing after they conducted these like investigations. They conducted these investigations. They concluded in those investigations, which they did in behind closed doors, for the record, just so they could technically massage the truth a little bit, that like there is no paper trail that leads back from Hunter Biden to Joe Biden. But now, because there isn't conclusive evidence for this whatsoever, they're trying to impeach the president, and their inquiry revolves around just saying the Biden family got a lot of money. Okay?
Associates that were flagged as suspicious activity by U.S. banks. Even a trusted FBI informant has alleged a bribe to the Biden family. Biden used his official office to coordinate.
Every time they say the Biden family, they're talking about Hunter Biden. It's not like none of this has anything to do with Joe Brandon, as far as I know, as far as I've heard from them, because like this is one of these things where I don't care to know about what the fuck's going on, because like either way I win. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, Hunter Biden or Joe Biden is impeached. Great. That's awesome. Who gives a shit, right? I'm in it for the fun of it, right? But like having said that, I had to learn about this against my will. Okay? And everything that I learned is allowing me to understand exactly what Kevin McCarthy's saying here, which is that every single time he says the Biden family, that is a neat little rhetoric trick to avoid saying Hunter Biden, because this is not impeaching Hunter Biden. This is supposed to be an impeachment inquiry into Joe Biden, the big guy, Mr. Brandon himself. Let's go, Brandon. But they don't want to, they can't say Hunter Biden, so they're just saying the Biden family.
With Hunter Biden's business partners about Hunter's role in Burisma, a Ukrainian energy company. Finally, despite these serious allegations, it appears that the president's family has been offered special treatment by Biden's own administration. Treatment that not otherwise would have received if they were not related to the president. These are allegations of
allegations we've made, such as Joe Brandon offered uppies to Hunter and picked up his phone calls when his brother was dying of cancer. There might have even been a hug at a certain point. There might have been a hug. And when you're the vice president, you don't get to hug people. Okay? Actually, this is all prosecutable.
Of abuse of power, obstruction, and corruption. And they warrant further investigation by the House of Representatives. That's why today I am directing our House committee to open a formal impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden. This logical next step will give our committees the full power to gather all the facts and answers for the American public. That's exactly what we want to know, the answers. I believe the president would want to answer these questions and allegations as well.
Joe Brandon, sons of fuck up. If that was illegal, my parents would have a life sentence. Yeah, exactly. Also, ironic because like if having a fail son is illegal, literally everyone in Congress is going to jail, because the richer you are, the higher the likelihood that you're going to have a fail son. And all of these fucking corrupt dipshits have fail sons and fail daughters. Like, literally, including Hillary Rodham Clinton, as a matter of fact.
This effort will be led by Chairman James Comey.
Marjorie Taylor Greene letting McCarthy hit it raw for this? No, she's not letting McCarthy hit it raw for that. She's letting McCarthy hit it raw for better for a committee position.
At the Committee on Oversight, in coordination with Chair.
And also, I think she's doing it on her own volition. Like, that's the other thing. Like, she is a bit of a freak. This is something I stand by. Like, I don't think Marjorie Taylor Greene is just like having sex with Kevin McCarthy specifically in a careerist, opportunist way. I think she's doing it because she loves fucking and sucking and cheating on whoever her significant other is at the time, which currently happens to be the Newsmax sicko. No, the Right Side Broadcasting Network sicko. I don't want your Congress fanfic. I mean, at a certain point, it's not fanfic. I think she definitely enjoys just like being in a polycule, but she can't do that because you can't be in a polycule openly and like run as a Republican. You know what I mean?
Chairman Jim Jordan for Judiciary Committee and Chairman Jason Smith on Ways and Means. Now, I do not make this decision lightly. And regardless of your party or who you voted for, these facts should concern all Americans. The American people deserve to know that the public offices are not for sale.
Oh, yes, the hallmark of a democratically popular decision, avoiding a House floor vote to begin the investigation because you can't pass it among your own House majority. I see nothing wrong with this. The House is not expected to vote on an impeachment inquiry, sources tell me. They will open the inquiry without a vote. This would have been a tough vote for House Republicans. McCarthy will announce this shortly at his news conference. You want to know something really funny about this, by the way? Not to be too much like a Trump guy. You know how like Trumpers always say like, oh, this investigation or this like this new indictment is going to, breathe fire into Donald Trump's campaign. But like this does literally make Biden look vibrant. Okay? Like right now, what is Joe Brandon's biggest weakness? Okay? Ironically, not one that is even in consideration for Donald Trump, despite the fact that they have, 2 years between them? It's his age, that he's old, that he's a decrepit carcass. Anything that moves the conversation away from Joe Brandon being a decrepit carcass is unironically going to help him. Okay? So if the conversation revolves around the media being like, these guys are just attacking Joe Brandon falsely. They're criticizing him for having a fail son. Having a fail son is not illegal. You know what I mean? All this shit completely moves away the conversation from the one fucking major weakness that he has. A weakness that is so apparent. A weakness that is so apparent that like you're seeing him suffering internally in his own party. Like there was no appetite for Brandon to run again. That's your hope, but the polls say otherwise? What do you mean, my hope? My hope is what? You think polls are saying that Brandon is a solid candidate? What polls? Literally leading up, like until a couple months back, 75% of the Democratic Party's voters said they don't think Brandon should run again. Every single poll so far has shown. A lot of people think he's old as fuck. He's a husk. Wait, what? I'm going to die. I can't do this anymore. I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't. Why do I speak? Why do I use language? Why do I explain myself literally every single fucking day for 8 hours when motherfuckers will come in here, okay? Motherfuckers will come in here and repeat exactly what I said while I'm saying it, and then turn around and say it in a contentious manner like they're actually fucking debating me on it. What the hell is going on? You just repeated what I'm saying. That chatter was right. This would be an hour stream if you never repeated yourself. Yeah, I mean, actually. I think what he meant is that the impeachment is not good for Biden. No, I do think that because he's an old-ass husk, anything that moves the conversation, anything that shifts the conversation away from Brandon being an old-ass husk who is not exactly electable is going to yield positive results for him. Because that is universally his biggest weakness right now. This happened, yeah, the Bill Clinton effect. Yeah, exactly. I don't think it's going to shift that convo is what I'm saying. I mean, it has happened in the past, so we'll see.
And that the federal government is not being used to cover up the actions of a politically associated family. Now, I would encourage the president and his team to fully cooperate with this investigation in the interests of transparency. We are committed to getting the answer.
Oh my God. This New York Times pitch bot take with another incredible banger. At age 78, when he took office in 2021, Joe Biden was too old to be an effective president. Donald Trump will make an excellent president when he takes office at age 78 in 2025. Now, this is a really good account that does like New York Times pitch bot parodies to make fun of the New York Times. But the reason why I clicked on it is not to show you this funny little goof and gaff. It's to show you that blue check marks are literally so fucking stupid. Okay? In any other structure, they would be put down. Okay? Like if things were like 3 to 4% different throughout history, like we would be culling the blue check marks, okay? And I don't even mean like literally culling them, physically, culling them. I mean like they would just die on their own because they would forget to fucking breathe, okay? Like, how are you this stupid? How can you be physically this dumb that you forget that at the top of the hour there's a 3-minute ad break and you can avoid it by subscribing for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime? How? Don't be like a blue check mark. Subscribe now. You can also get gifted a sub if you're lucky. Here's a 3-minute ad break now. You're against safety regs that keep these people alive? Yes, I've decided. No, but for real. Bro, this is satire, says Orwell's Ghost. He says, not entirely. Read it more. I stopped following it. I don't know how. Maybe science has improved too much. Maybe medicine is too good, okay? Maybe some people need to brave the elements and not survive. You know what I mean? Hello, Hasan. Question for you. Do you think New York City has a migrant issue? And if there is an issue, what do you think the solution is? I think as of right now, I feel like the city can't continue letting migrants in. I think New York City is at a breaking point. Please, education on what the solution is. Thank you, Smile. Wow. Thank you for the incredible comment. That certainly wasn't in any way, shape, or form biased. No, I do not think that New York City has a migrant issue, despite the fact that the southern states, which get federal funding to appropriately and humanely allow legal asylum seekers in and process them in the United States, are just now shipping them off to New York City. But even then, no, I do not believe that New York City has a migrant issue. What a ridiculous thing to say. It is one of the most diverse cities on the planet. It is built and designed specifically around migrant intake. The solution is money, getting federal help. This, in any other circumstance, would be a major W for the Brandon administration. Okay? We are drowning in migrants. We're drowning in it. Yeah, Italians. That's right. Literally the most cosmopolitan city on the planet. Okay? If the Brandon administration was a little bit smarter, they would utilize this opportunity to be like, every single refugee and asylum seeker that's legally in this country was unjustifiably sent to New York City without adequate processing, which states like Texas and other southern states get federal funding for. Due to this unjustifiable crime that they've engaged in, I'm one, taking away their funds and resources for this kind of processing that they are supposed to be utilizing in these states. Okay? And on top of that, taking additional federal funds from these states like Texas and giving it to New York State so that they can implement these measures instead. We've also set up work permit programs, and this is a major success for New York. Federal funds. Okay, shut up. Yeah. Defunding Texas, prosecuting the attorney general, or not attorney general, they're doing that already, sorry. Prosecuting the governor. Okay, this is a very bad take from you. Oh my God, clandestiny, I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind, dude. I thought you were joking, and it turns out you're not joking. Okay, this is a very bad take from you. This isn't just a money issue, it's a space issue. We have a housing crisis, not enough apartments for residents. I support migrants, but acting like this isn't an issue is wild. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. First of all, the greater New York area is ginormous. Okay? Second of all, housing is a major issue in New York City, specifically not only just in Manhattan, but in general across the board in New York City. What do you call the greater New York area? 5 boroughs and then some. New York State is massive. There are also thousands of apartments that have been warehoused. I'm literally just super naive, just trying to get educated on the issue. Thank you for responding. Don't worry. You probably are a much nicer person than Clandestiny, who just literally said that, no, we don't have any space. We've ran out of space. We have the space. We just don't have the money. No, we have the money as well. It's just not being implemented. I wish that, like, the dumb right-wing Rethuglicans would actually fucking come in here and go, oh, this boy he's good. He loves our big, beautiful boy, Donald Trump, just like we do. God, radlibs are so fucking perpetually just physically incapable of comprehending satire, nuance, jokes, sarcasm. Fuck me. Holy shit. It's because libs made comedy illegal, they can't understand. You are heavy on the sarcasm, my guy. A lot of kids / gaslighted young adults struggle with deciphering your humor. Yeah, I don't think this is a kid or a young adult who's saying this. Okay, let's finish this.
For the American public. Nothing more, nothing less. We will go wherever the evidence takes us. Thank you.
All right, Kevin McCarthy making the statement. He's endorsing an impeachment inquiry be launched into President Biden and obviously in light of the investigations into Hunter Biden, his son. This is a big moment, as John, you were just talking about, with Lauren Fox and David Chalian, about what this now really kickstarts, which is a bit of an unclear process of where this exactly goes in this moment.
To be clear, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy
Yep, I've been waiting for someone to come in here and confront you on this. It's an easy mistake for people who can't read the nuance of your satire and sarcasm. Oh God, I'm sad, man. I don't know. That made me kind of sad. Please stop defending that chatter. I have been cutting left wing outside of the boundaries of the Democratic Party, like leftist agitative propaganda for almost 10 fucking years. Okay? The last 10 years of my life has been dedicated to political activism and trying to communicate in a better way leftist values. Okay? 10 fucking years. I've been doxxed, harassed endlessly over the course of those 10 years. My family has been harassed. Okay? For the crime of doing this specific thing. And there are still motherfuckers who are literally, and by the way, it is super consistent. Okay? Like incredibly fucking consistent. Like, that's why I show videos from like 2015, 2016, and I'm saying the exact same things back then as I am now. And there are still people who are just like, nope, you must be fucking a Trump supporter. Not to belittle your abilities, but your sarcasm and irony isn't bespoke, and I'm an A-word coded millennial accountant with MBAs in accounting and finance. All right, let's just listen to what these guys are saying.
This point has said that he believed that a vote was necessary on the House floor to launch an impeachment inquiry. I did not hear him say there he's going to call for a vote to begin an impeachment inquiry in the House of Representatives. He said he was directing the inquiry to begin. We're going to get some more details on it if we heard that right there. But again, this kicks off, presumably, a process here that will be very political, that up until now, we have not been presented with any evidence directly that President Biden himself did.
This part is literally true, by the way. The libs over at fucking Clinton News Network are actually correct.
Anything wrong here? But
that's the key part about this. Yes. The investigations have been going on through a couple of committees. I think he mentioned that Judiciary and Ways and Means will be part of this. But what has been, even despite what the speaker said right there, there has been no direct evidence that Joe Biden himself has personally profited off of his son Hunter Biden's foreign work. That is what is the direct evidence of that connection. There is a question that kind of there's a big gap here for them to present in this inquiry.
There is a big gap in evidence, and you heard him lay out Biden talking about, accusing him of lying to the American people. That's a very different thing than having evidence that there was something of malfeasance going on between him, Hunter, and Hunter's business partners. Let us go now to Manu Raju, who is always there, on time, ready to go. Manu, what was your takeaway from what you heard at this point?
Yeah, one big thing is that he did not say that there'd actually be a vote to open up an impeachment inquiry. Remember, it's on September 1st, that's when Kevin McCarthy told Breitbart News, the conservative news outlet, that there would actually be a vote on the House floor to open up a formal impeachment inquiry. He did not say that just now. In fact, he said that he was directing that key House committee, the House Oversight Committee, to open up an impeachment inquiry. Now, one big reason why perhaps the Speaker is not moving in the direction of having a vote, he does not have enough support, a majority of the House, to open up an impeachment inquiry at the moment. That's because there are a number of Republicans, including ones in swing districts, and some conservatives like Ken Buck of Colorado, who are skeptical about moving forward with an impeachment inquiry. That means that there were actually a vote to formally open up this probe going forward. At the moment, he would not have 218 votes, since Democrats would vote against it, and more than 4 Republicans would vote against it as well. So he is now telling the House Oversight Committee to move forward. And one big reason why there is not the support at the moment is because of the fact that they have yet to figure out come up with definitive proof or evidence to suggest that Joe Biden took official action as vice president to aid his son Hunter Biden, or that Joe Biden profited in any way by Hunter Biden's business dealings and this allegations of pay-to-play scheme. They have simply not proven yet, which is why there is a number of members who are skeptical, not just in the House, but also Senate Republicans as well. So McCarthy here, though, still taking a very significant step by opening up an impeachment probe. Remember, if Joe Biden is in fact impeached, he would just be the fourth president in American history to be charged with high crimes or misdemeanors. Donald Trump, of course, was impeached twice over two separate issues, but that is still a ways away. Now we are going into the part of the impeachment investigation where they have to actually continue to gather evidence, try to build the case against Joe Biden, and try to charge him with high crimes or misdemeanors, and then try to get the votes in the House to do that. That is still a very, very heavy lift for Kevin McCarthy. But this action today, in some ways, being pushed by the far right of his conference, which has been very vocal at this moment for the speaker to move ahead on this issue. The speaker aligning himself with that faction in his conference to move ahead with this impeachment inquiry. Now the question is, what evidence will they gather? Will they actually have a vote either to formalize this inquiry at some point or to actually impeach the president? All major, major questions facing the speaker at this moment as he announces this historic move.
All right, Manu Raju, stand by for us, obviously, because we are getting more information as this all develops. I want to bring in CNN political director David Chalian again. The House Speaker says he is directing the beginning of an official impeachment inquiry.
Yeah, they're beginning to start thinking about the impeachment. So what are our Republicans saying when asked the question, what kind of evidence do you have to impeach Joe Biden? Like, this seems sick. Like, we love it. We're the media. Okay. We love the media. Don't we love it, folks? Right? So what kind of evidence do the Republicans have?